this coffee? No. This is coffee.
Whoa, you made it just in time.
Just in time for Coffee with Casey and Noah. Hi there, everybody. I'm Noah, that's Casey, and together that we just spilled on the desk is coffee. And boy, are we happy to see all of you. You look great today.
Hello, Robert Pete.
Did you do something different? Because you're glowing. You're glowing, you're radiant, and the world is happy to have you.
Aw.
We're happy to have you.
Yeah.
We, being myself, Noah,
Casey.
and Coffee. And Zenja 1 and Zenja 2.
Aw.
These are the official Zenescope dragons.
That didn't get sent to the glue factory.
Yet. We're going to try.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to our video.
And if you like the content that we have, don't forget to like and subscribe. Press a button on your computer. This button will then notify us that you have shown appreciation for the content that we're producing. If you're a fan of the content that we're producing, let us know by pressing the like button or the subscription button. And if you have comments about our stage setup, you got some recommendations on how we should set the stage, speak up.
Oh, Daniel Schmidt said that the calendar lied, and he's correct. The calendar did lie. I made a calendar. Here it is. Bump it on. And yes, it did, in fact, lie because I did not realize that the 5th of September was Labor Day.
Casey is off of calendar duty.
I know.
You're the commissioner of fantasy football.
That has nothing to do with
Fantasy
my
football is
commissioner.
almost all scheduling.
No.
You're the commissioner. You have to say Pittsburgh, you're playing the Dolphins today.
No.
Eagles, you're playing the Buccaneers today.
That's not how fantasy football works.
You're the commissioner. These are your calls, your plays.
No, I just have to make sure everybody gets together on draft night, which everyone did. And it was
How did that go? What day was draft night?
Draft night was after movie club. So I guess it was last Wednesday. It went great. A lot of smack talk already from others in the group.
Who's smack talking?
I can't say.
Yes, you can.
It's
Coffee with Casey and Noah.
I'll say next week when I beat them all.
Ooh, so the no games have started yet, though.
Correct. So
Gotcha.
I can actually, if people are interested, I have no idea if the audience is interested in the Zenescope Fantasy Football League. But I am versing Joe next week. Ralph is versing Amber next week. Joey, which is Joe's son, is versing Pat Shand next week. Yes, we convinced Pat Shand to join the fantasy
I think
league.
it would be I'd be interested to at least track this. Or at the very least, give our viewers some updates. Like, hey, it's Monday, September, and here are the current standings within the Casey Zenescope League. Because from my understanding, there's multiple Zenescope leagues.
There is, but this is the one that matters the most.
Y'all love that. Y'all love it so much. Yeah, two teams. 2 leagues.
That's right.
Well, Johnny 2 leagues.
Actually.
Oh, Johnny 3 leagues.
That's right.
3 leagues under the sea. Casey, that is.
We gotta say hello to everyone. So we already said hi to Robert. Hello, Catherine.
Hi, I'm changing the camera angle. I got too much knee showing.
Too much knee.
I got too much knee. People are going to be losing their minds. They're not going to be able to pay attention to what we're talking about because they'll just be looking at my knee the whole time. They'll say, look at that.
Hello, Aaron. Hello, Raven Gregory.
Raven Gregory, stop looking at my knees, Raven. My knees are my own.
Hello, Carol.
If you want to look at knees, go to google.com. Images, knees. That's with a K. Don't let it fool you.
No one puts Casey in the corner. How has no one said that yet?
Casey's in the corner right there.
You put me in the corner now.
I offered. I said you could come a little bit closer and you're not so much in the corner.
This is the furthest I can go, and I feel, no offense, too close to you at this point.
You don't like the smell of secret deodorant?
Smells like Teen Spirit?
No, it smells like it's a secret.
Ooh.
What else? Football, fantasy, leagues.
Oh yeah, I was gonna go through the list. Okay, so I'm versing Joe, Amber's versing Ralph, Joey's versing Pat Shand, David Wall is versing Stove, Joe Stove, one of our warehouse.
Oh, are these the teams? We got
Exactly.
Ralph's Wreckers.
Uh-huh.
And he's got a little Wreck-It Ralph icon there.
Mm-hmm.
Amber is cool. That's
her team name.
her team name. We can't have boo Amber.
No comment.
Yeah, you could have done better than that.
I don't know what Mark's team name is a reference to, but Mark, our ecom manager, is versing Jason. Jason is team Z-rated.
Nice.
Versus Mark, which is Black Cursan.
All right, you're gonna have to pop a goog on that real quick.
All right, we're gonna pop a Google.
Let's pop a goog. Well, the two of them don't know something, so they gotta look it up. It's time to pop a goog.
That was too much Goog.
Yeah, it's time to pop a goog. Why don't you copy and paste that into your search bar, baby?
Oh, it's a Star Wars character. Now I'm gonna be.
Oh, boo! No, that's just a dumb old Wookiee from Book of Boba Fett.
Okay, well, I wouldn't know.
I don't know. If you were out there and you watched Book of Boba Fett, hit me up. We can talk about it some other time. It was disappointing. I'm disappointed by everything that they're doing. I'm disappointed by Obi-Wan. I'm disappointed by Boba. I haven't watched She-Hulk yet, but I'm disappointed by it. I'm not going to watch She-Hulk. That's neither here nor there.
All right.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll. Wait, do you want to show what's in the treasure chest? Because I have literally no idea what's in the treasure chest.
Bounty ahoy! Plunder! Loot! They trashed the Spanish Main. What's the capital of Maine? Augusta. Yar! This be the crew that sacked Augusta, Maine.
That was good. That was some good quick geography there. Quick maps.
Oh no! I'm pretty sure it's Augusta.
Quick maps.
Augusta wind nearly blew my hat off. What's in the chest, you might be wondering? Well, today we have.
Ooh.
Don't look at it yet! Today in the chest, we've got some metal cards. And why don't I get a little bit closer to this camera here? Show you some of these sweet cards here. These are the cards that I found in the office.
Ooh.
This was a Kickstarter. Hold on, let's get this into focus here so you can see it in its wonderful glory. Boom! Metal card. Kickstarter. Robin. Paul Green. Very nice. Wonderful colors. For all you Clockwork Orange Stanley Kubrick fans out there, bet you didn't see this one. Yeah, right? Little Clockwork Orange there. That's something that we did for Clockwork Comics and Cards. How appropriately named. Well, hold on, you gotta look. Squashed them. Elias Chadzudis, who is going to be at the Philly East Coast VIP event September 23rd and September 24th. If you haven't bought ticket shares, what the heck are you doing? Go on the line, www.zenescope.com, and buy yourself some tickets. Look at that beautiful silver backsplash with that Red Riding Hood, and she's holding a card of her own. Get a look at that there.
Ooh.
Now, that's the type of meta that you can expect from the metal cards. Speaking of Elias Chadzudis, why not bring home the fun of Hershey Park with souvenir photos or souvenir photo keychains? With multiple discounts for multiple purchases, you too can bring home the fun of the sweetest place on earth. Do you like singing? Do you like dancing? Come on over here to our karaoke studio where you can choose from over 10,000 songs. You too can make your own music video or audio CD. Gamer's Edge! I don't know why, I just like that one. There's got a lot of cool, intricate stuff in there. And then look at this. Holy guacamole. Is that Indiana Jones? No, it's everyone's favorite vampire slayer, Liesel Van Helsing, taking out some mummies in a very fun yet fashionable trench coat, wearing the summer styles that everyone has come to know and love. You want to keep looking at these?
Sure.
Are you sure? You think you can handle it?
How many more you got?
69.
Oh, brother.
Boom! Look at that one. I don't know who does that one. That's an exclusive too.
Ooh.
These were all found in and around Zenescope offices. I don't know who they are, where they came from,
Well, it's cool that
or where they're going.
It's cool that you showed off retailer exclusives. Not that we will have a retailer exclusive today, but we
That's a
will
big
have
book.
a retailer live stream where you can get exclusives.
Yes, tune in tonight at 4 o'clock.
4 p.m.
Tune in to 4 p.m. If you tune in at 6 o'clock, we'll be gone. We'll be on our way home. But if you tune in at 4 o'clock, then you will be tuning in at the correct time for tonight's live in-person retailer live stream.
You can also just show up at the store.
You can also just show up to the store if you're in the Levittstown area. Come on over to the store, say hi to Casey. Don't say hello to me. I'm very busy and I do not like to be talked to.
Wow,
I
that's
don't
great.
have conversations. I don't communicate. The only person I talk to is the camera.
Fantastic reverse psychology.
Who said that?
Do you want to talk about the book?
It's too scary.
It was very scary. Me and Noah were talking. Do you consider yourself a horror fan?
I like horror. I don't go out of my way for horror. But if it's really good, if it's just like a solid story with solid characters, well done, whatever, I'll watch it and enjoy it. You know, like I'm not too big on some of like the modern. I'm not too hip on some of like the modern horror, like DVD box sets that you get at like Target and Walmart. Like, you know, they just got these big old baskets full of DVDs, and it's, I don't know, I feel like that's where a lot of the horror movies that come out these days end up.
But I sure hope you feel differently about box sets of horror comic books.
Now that's where I say, hold on, that's where Zenescope Warcraft Devil's Box Set, Devil's Row, Satan's Hollow, Paradise Court, the long-awaited, never-before-seen, highly anticipated Devil's Row by fantastic writer Joe Tyler and Ralph Tedesco. Also, Satan's Hollow and Paradise Court, fan favorites, terrifying, bone-chilling, blood-curdling, hair-raising, spine-tingling, teeth-biting, eye-melting, jaw-dropping, nose-running, finger curling, no throat hurling, home writing, holy guacamole, it's a good book.
I just thought it was hysterical that you said you don't like box sets.
Well, I like box sets, and I do have some interesting thoughts on like illustrated horror and horror comic books. No, my problem is just with like, I feel like there are so many horror movies that just come out and they just are so formulaic. And although I do appreciate Satan's Hollow, did not feel like one of those. It felt like it could be a movie, but I think that that's just Joe and Ralph's background dripping into their current content creation.
Both me and Noah on the way here talked about how beautiful the colors are.
Yeah, the coloring was really solid the entire way through. Artwork was solid the entire way through. Consistently spooky.
It was very spooky.
Yes, but the one thing that I find interesting about horror comic books, as opposed to like, I mean, you can get it in horror literature a little bit, but what separates this medium from others is that the story only goes as far as you are willing to go. Like if you're scared by something and you stop reading, the story's going to stop for you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like if you go to the movie theaters and you have a scary movie playing, if you're spooked by something, you don't want to watch it, you cover your hands, you cover your ears, whatever. Turn around, put your head into your boyfriend's shoulder. It doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. You're like, it's too spooky. The movie's going to keep on going. But when you're reading a horror comic like the stuff Zenescope's putting out, like Paradise Court, if you run into something spooky and you're like, oh, no more, thanks. Like either you're going to have to skip ahead or you're going to have to put it down because it only moves, mm-hmm. with you reading it. Even when you're reading like a book, like my mom used to always say that if you're reading a book, you can make it as scary or not scary as you want. Like you have a lot more with your imagination when you're just reading text. Mm-hmm. But when you have comic book horror, it's like, look, you got the text, you got the pictures, they're providing the gruesome horror imagery for you. Mm-hmm. Trust me, folks, Zenescope does very well in their gruesome imagery. But
I feel like it also does pretty well in its surprise too, because sometimes you'll get a panel of just like the knife,
Oh yeah.
And you can create your own gruesome out of that as well, in addition to the beautifully animated.
Animated,
you know what I mean. Illustrated gruesome.
Yes. But also not predictable either, because like at the very beginning they're kind of setting up like, all right, that some crap is going to go down based on the cover mm-hmm. and like the first 2 or 3 pages. But after they start introducing the characters, it's like, okay, who's done it? Who's going to be the big baddie? Who's going to be the big old baddie that winds up? They're kind of playing the Scooby-Doo mm-hmm. game, Oh, is it the mild-mannered janitor? Is it the lonely and recluse amusement park caretaker?
Is it the fat neighbor?
Is it the fat, creepy neighbor that watches others party while he stands off to the side? Well, look at her grab that beer.
Oh my gosh, I was just going to say that. Catherine said, I love that it's placed in New Mexico.
Catherine, look out!
Catherine is from New Mexico and just moved back recently.
And she just moved, coincidentally, to a development called Paradise Court.
That would be really spooky.
Where there are, shadowy creatures and figures and darkness and all sorts of bad stuff.
Mm-hmm. But what I really liked was that, like, you didn't really know exactly the villain's motives until, like, the end. And, like, I think it was, like, part 5 that we actually were like, okay, now I understand what's going on. And that added such a level of, like, okay, we know he's this, like, goat head creature. We know he's doing some killing, but, like, what actually is happening?
Yeah.
Doesn't get told until the end.
Why are you doing it, Coat Head Man?
Goat Head Man.
Coat Head Man. That's our next villain.
He's just a coat hanger.
Coat Head Man. No, mate. No, he's a fully.
He's a full. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Miss. This is Casey's mom.
Oh, here comes the sketchbook.
If only somebody didn't go throwing around all of our Sharpies and writing utensils.
That's you.
If only somebody wouldn't be walking around before the show making fart noises.
That was also you.
Casey said that if I made any fart noises on the stream, she would shut it off.
You're cut off.
Now!
You are cut off from the class. Oh no, it's empty.
It's gone! The coffee has been stolen, but by who? Could it be the lonely janitor? The recluse and sketchy amusement park caretaker?
It was absolutely the fat neighbor.
Or perhaps it was the fat neighbor who watches people have parties and fun and is upset that they aren't invited. And then go out into the desert with a pickaxe and shovel.
Okay, it's not only that he's just watching people have fun at the party next door. He's watching people at the party next door shirtless.
Yeah, that's even weird. And the way that it's shot is like you're only seeing him from the waist up. You're
like, yeah, this man could just be straight up naked.
Yeah,
Spoiler alert.
Hey, great community, residential area you have here. Is it all right if I stand in the backyard shirtless and watch all of the other neighbors? Sure, your
all
house.
The attractive girls coming over, just like, it was very creepy. That was one of the creepiest parts of this book.
Can I say my one complaint about the book?
No, you're not.
My one criticism.
Okay, what's your one criticism?
My book, I thought smelled a little bit.
Mine smelled fine. I don't know what to
I think I pulled mine out of like a dusty shelf or something. Like my copy of Paradise Court was from underneath a desk that's been collecting. Like I think you got the fresh, clean, nice printing, and then I got the stinky. Like I don't know. I opened it up and I went, Maybe that's the next the next big thing for Zenescope is smell-o-vision.
Oh.
The smell-o-vision comics.
Wait, this one's yours, right?
Smell it.
No, it smells like a book, Noah. I don't know what you're on.
I think it smells a little funky is all. But I think that's something that Dave, if you're listening, Zenescope books with coordinating smells. So when you get to the part where the person is mutilated and like their limbs are off, you get some like some raw meat, like scratch and sniffs, and then you can scratch and sniff the different panels. So like when you see like, okay, a panel will be highlighted so you know that it's one that you can scratch, and it's oh look, the girl is in her in her bathroom. Oh, potpourri. Ooh, cedar wood. And then you're like, oh no, this person's completely mutilated and ripped apart. Ugh, spoiled chicken. Raw eggs. Oh no, this person got their neck split open. That smells like copper.
Matthew Gray says, I have a Trailer Park Boys comic with a Mary Jane scratch.
Yes! I am happy to know that somebody is out there doing that. And I'm happy to know that it's the Trailer Park Boys. Although, I think that could get you in trouble. You're walking around, police officer pulls you over, says, son, what do you got in your car there? He said, just comic books, officer. And he's like, oh, really? Because I detect a very pungent smell coming from your car. Like, sir, no, I swear, it's just comic books. And he goes, all right, let's get out of the car. And then we get a whole issue and a whole debate, and then they open up the back, and it's like, kids carrying comic books. You got a kid with comics.
We did have somebody suggest, I think it was San Diego. It was E2E2. They really wanted to have scratch and sniff Z-rated stickers.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. That was Rick and Crystal, some of our VIPs.
Well, there's some, I do think, one, what would it, I don't know if I want to ask this question.
I think that's all we can say is scratch and sniff Z-rated stickers have been brought into.
They're in our consciousness.
Yes.
But the question is,
what would they smell like?
Let's just I feel like, Nana, if you're listening, cover your ears. I don't know. Honestly, I would just turn it into an opportunity. You know how like magazines have like cologne and like perfume advertisements? I think you could do something as easy as that. And like, man, Zenescope girls smell real pretty. And like, you're just reading like a Belle comic and you open it up and you're like, Enchanted Forest. Like, wait, I don't know. I feel like that's what Belle would smell like. It's like Enchanted Twilight or Twilight Forest. Something like that.
I don't think I can read Matthew Gray's comment out loud, but I really appreciate it.
Let's see this here. I like that as an innovative idea for comic books. What time we got? How much longer we got?
We're already at 1:25. I thought we were only 15 minutes in.
I know.
So much scratch and sniff.
So much scratch. Okay, so new ideas for innovating the world of comic books, scratch and sniff panels,
Waterproof comics from early.
Yes! If you haven't heard my idea for waterproof comics, Zenescope comics. You take them with you wherever you are, whether it's at home, at the office, or on the commute. Whether you're settled at home or you're on the go, Zenescope comics will be there with you. But what happens when you're trying to get clean? Oh man, I just can't. I love reading Zenescope comics, but every time I read them in the shower, they get all soggy and wet. Not anymore. Introducing the new Zenescope waterproof comic book. Wow, look at that water run right off. What else? Scratch and sniff, waterproof comics, 4D comics. You have 3D comics. Yeah, now you have 4D comics. You get to the page where Belle is fighting a snake monster, giant serpent, and he's Venom! It's actual venom.
Oh jeez.
It's so real. And they just, I like that. All right. They're fighting I just keep getting back to stinky comics.
Stinky comics.
Yeah, they're fighting a stink bug, a poop monster.
Well, don't worry. If you get pirated inside our horror graphic novel set, it will not smell weird.
Look, I can't open it up without. Is this the kind of quality? This is the type of quality content. Do you notice that our viewership has gone up since I started making poop noises? It just goes to show, folks, it doesn't go out of style. Whether you're 2 years old or you're 22, Zenescope has entertainment for you. That's not true. 2-year-olds should not read Paradise Court. You should read Paradise Court if you find yourself looking for a good spooky story. But if you're 2 years old, I do not recommend reading Paradise Court. I recommend reading something like Princess Ninjas and looking at the fun, colorful pictures. Mm-hmm. Like Turtle Bear!
Do you want to get to announcements?
I announce my candidacy for Zenescope Chancellor.
Fantastic. Robert Pete says, not a bedtime story for the kids.
Not a bedtime story for the kids.
I agree.
You can read it to your kids, but it's not recommended.
No, it doesn't. It literally says like on the
no, the devil's no. What is it? Satan's Hollow. Yes. Satan's Hollow actually has like a big old disclaimer that says like for mature audiences only.
And that will be next week for our show.
Tune in next week. Will it be on a Monday?
I hope so. I didn't want it to be on a Tuesday, but I completely forgot it was Labor Day. So
sorry. Whoops. What, do you want us to labor for you on Labor Day?
We considered.
I got a look on the camera and I thought that this looked a little silly, so I decided to do it.
Okay. I guess we should talk about, we already mentioned it a little bit, but we talked about the retailer live stream, which is in
Levittown, Pennsylvania. Oh God, it's madness! It's crazy! Hysteria! It's madness! It's Wade's Comic Madness in Levittown, Pennsylvania. Join us tonight at 4 o'clock for Zenescope's retailer live stream, where we'll be selling exclusive comics at a discounted price. Show up online or in person.
Yeah. And then our next stream after that will be our Sci-Fi Fantasy Virtual Con.
Thursday, September 15th at 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Friday, September 16th, 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Holster your ray gun and pack some potions. From new collectible comics and merch.
Oh, hey, I think I wrote that.
Oh, you did?
I think so. Because I was like, oh, that's pretty clever. And I was like, oh, wait, sci-fi.
It was me.
It was me. That's why I like it.
Holster your ray guns and pack some potions.
I'm very excited because instead of snail races, we'll be doing robot races again. Robot races and spaceship races.
Spaceship.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Make sure you come.
Make sure to like and subscribe. Press the button on your computer that says subscribe. If you are looking for a good time, look no further.
We don't have a graphic quite yet.
We don't have a graphic quite yet.
But the next movie club will be September 28th. Fifth Element. What
Fifth
Element? VIP
event.
That will be Thursday, Friday, September 29th. Because I didn't know how to keep going with it. And it's not robot themed.
Oh, you're right.
It's just VIP themed.
Virtual VIP event. Be there. Be square. If you're not a VIP, become one.
The robot developed a lisp in the latter part.
That's
hello.
Oh, Noah's on the ground.
Well, no, there's Rachel has me stop. There's this voice I do that kind of sounds like this, and she absolutely hates it, ladies and gentlemen. It's like me in third grade trying to do like a class presentation. Sammy Sosa is my favorite sports player for the following reason. Number one, he never corked his bat. He corked his bat, and that's why I don't watch baseball anymore.
Gotcha.
My heart was broken. Sammy! So sorry you broke my heart. I liked baseball from the start, but then you tore it apart when you corked your bat. Oh, so sad. So sad, Sammy.
Sing us out,
So
Noah.
sad, Sammy, so sad.
Bye, everyone.
Sammy, so sad.